Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it's Wednesday. Wednesday means we got to go over some test hands. What are we doing some test hands for? Yesterday's counter fairy deck. Guys, if you haven't seen this one, I would suggest pausing this video and actually swapping back over. Catch the deck list because it's very quick, very easy, and then come back and check this out. Okay? Okay. But again, if you've already seen this, thanks for watching it. I want to show you guys like one of the biggest interaction loops here, and like one of the most pivotal cards in this whole deck is going to be my copy of Ties of the Brethren. Ties of the Brethren on its own, it's going to cost you 2k. It's fine. What it's going to do is it's going to let you set up. So I accidentally pulled more than what I was supposed to. This is one of every monster card that we actually use in the deck, minus Ariadne. Let's grab Ariadne real quick. So what this is to show you is that every monster that we use in our main deck is a 4-star light attribute fairy type monster card with different names. So it doesn't matter which one of these you guys pull. You guys can basically do the setup. Now, everything here should be maxed out except my barrier statue. And it's just because of how easy it is to get the barrier statue because of this Ties. But what we're like concerned with here is the fact that it doesn't matter which of these cards you start off with. We want to basically end up with Honest, Barrier Statue, and Artemis. If you end up with one of these, that's fine, that's great. Ariadne still, when it gets destroyed by battle or card effect, we still get to show our opponent 3 of the same counter trap and go, look, you're going to give me one of them, I'm going to shuffle the other ones back. It's all good, it's all fine. Minerva can still power up. Minerva's a little more situational. I like it a little more mid-game. Get that with the Sanctum of Parshath. Let's show that. And then really use these 2 cards to just keep cycling through our counter traps. But again, Artemis helps us get there faster. So really, the 3 cards we need to be worried about are these. Let me shuffle the rest of those back into the deck so we can do these test hands here in a sec. And it doesn't matter. Again, let's say that it doesn't matter who you started with. You play Ties of the Brethren, you grab the other 2, summon them. So we have all 3 on the field afterward. And again, if you can do this going first, brilliant. Because you don't get a battle phase the turn you activate this spell card. It doesn't matter, we don't need a battle phase on the first turn anyway. And the punchline here is, Honest's effect allows it to jump back to hand to defend the other 2 from battle. And again, Barrier Statue has now stopped our opponent from playing anything but light on a special summon. And Artemis, every time a counter trap is going to resolve, we're going to get to draw a card. So we should be able to rectify a ton of our hand and everything relatively quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these back into the deck. And let's start doing some test hands. Guys, this deck doesn't really have like an end game state. This isn't a big combo deck. This is a very slow, grindy. We really want our opponent to sort of hate us, but not hate us the same way they hate us for Mystic Mind. We wanted them to hate us because we just will not say yes to anything that they want to do. So we want to tell them no more than a 3-year-old asking for chicken nuggets on the ride home. And again, if any of you are out there are parents, I think you guys know that feeling when they see the Golden Arches at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. No, we're not paid to say those, but yes, they do carry chicken nuggets at those restaurants. So again, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead. We're going to draw. We're going to go. We should always want to go first. So let's always do like a go first and then show what other cards we could get. So that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. All right. So, oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what we can get. We start off with Ariadne. Great. We can put this into our pendulum, put it into a scale. We are not paying for our counter traps. We get Ties of the Brethren. Worst case scenario, we summon that Ariadne. We get some other cool cards. We got a Strike. Okay, so I'm leaning towards Ariadne now in the zone. Cursed Seal, really want it there. Artemis, this is perfect. This is top tier opening hand. This is, I get to play my Ariadne in my pendulum zone. I get to bop both of my counter traps back here, face down, ready to play. This is, I get to play Artemis. I get to activate my Ties of the Brethren. I get to search my deck. We get to shut down our opponent's moves. So we want to shut down their attack. And we want to shut down all of their special summoning ability. And again, if we were able to go first, the card we would have had, because I still hadn't done it, would have been Honest. Would this have changed my methods? Maybe we would have gone with another Minerva. But we could not have played another Artemis to double dip on our draws. So it's okay. I'm okay with the double Honest on that. But that is, in fact, like one of the best opening hands. And again, it just shows you just how fast we can actually get our barrier statue of the heavens and why I say one is good. And then, of course, this goes to your discard pile after resolution. It's first turn. There's no battle phase anyway. We get Honest. We're threatening Honest. Whatever our monster is going to win. We can stop special summons anyway. So we're looking at monster effect, spell card, restricting that spell card, possible draw 2, which is why we went ahead and shuffled. So if we do get 2 negations, we are going to get our other Artemis. We are going to get our Honest. And then, boom, we'll get a drastic drop-off as well. Which means we can then play the Artemis and the drastic drop-off down. And then when we activate that one, boom, we're going to get 2 cards, which gets us into our judgments. And, maybe eventually at some point they either run out of steam or we do what needs to be done. And we go ahead and we get Minerva and start doing Minerva things. So again, let's go ahead. Let's shuffle it up. Let's go with a second test hand. Okay. And boom. So, I'm going to go first. We got Extravagance. I love seeing Extravagance first. Judgment. Love it. Counter traps are counter traps. Counter traps are good. There's our Artemis. Already most of the way to what we need. We got Ties of the Brethren. So as far as I'm concerned, again, perfect opening God hand. We've got the draw 2 here. We have our Artemis, which is going to activate later. We have our Ties of the Brethren. So we've got our Stranglehold. If we went second, boom, we got our double exclusion. You're going to play your Pot of Extravagance anyway. So you're going to get your exclusion cursed seal. And then if you did go second, you'd have another Pot of Extravagance. Doesn't matter. You do start with the Extravagance. And again, guys, just pretend I flipped any 6. It doesn't matter. We never summon from there. And then post that, what we're going to do is we're going to set face down, set face down, set face down, set face down. Boom, 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 boom. We are going to play Artemis. We are going to hit the Ties. Ties still gives us a couple great cards. We're still going to go for their barrier statue. We're still going to go for the Honest. Do we have to pay hit points right now? Yes. Yes, we do. But we have 2 cards that we know that we, for a fact, we could rip into and do stuff with, which is why it's important for the shuffle right now. Remembering, potentially, that if we did go second, that other copy of the Pot of Extravagance would be in our hand, which would leave our Providence able to stop a spell, would leave our Cursed Seal able to stop a spell. We're still able to stop a hand effect, as well as whatever we want with the Judgment. So it's a potential up to draw 3 during the opponent's turn, with Honest in our hand, which also means that Providence could stop a monster effect as well. Again, traps not going to be as relevant. So again, this still leaves a good bulk of our back row relevant to us right now. And again, we're just going to cut that in half. And then we'll just say, okay, so we pretend that Extravagance might be here. You activate the first thing, you got your drop off. You activate another thing, you got your Minerva. And if you went for a full 3, you'd have an Honest. And then you could draw, then you have your Ariadne. Boom. And again, we're most of the way to being able to do the Minerva plays now too. Again, we could just keep buffing our Minerva up. And then once we get our continuous spell, obviously we can go the whole other route and start cycling through our traps. But again, once you put enough hurt on your opponent's hand, it's going to be very easy to walk over them. And again, if you guys wanted to, you guys could add other things into your extra deck. If you guys really wanted to, you guys could totally go the Utopia route. You would be able to play Utopia from the barrier statue. And again, all you'd have to do is I would maximize out Utopia in double. I'd be playing those as a 3/3 in here. Single copy of your double or nothing. And again, it doesn't really take much for you to add to this deck to do these plays. So again, guys, I really, really hope that you guys get a chance to do this. Mess around with it. It's a very fun deck. And like I said yesterday, actually, a good chunk of this can be played as a common charity build. Again, obviously this is common. This has been common in a structure deck. The only card I don't believe, and again, I could have just done my homework, was the Sanctum of Parshath. I believe this is the only card that doesn't actually come as common, which is, again, fine. Just sub it out for Dark Bribes, and then, boom, you're perfect. But again, common, structure deck, commons. Obviously not that copy, but a good chunk of this. This is actually the original print run when it was common. This was in the Albaz Strike as a common. This is common. Again, commons from the deck that came in. Ties of the Brethren came as a common. So just digging through here. This is obviously brand new. It's common. And again, like, I don't know if the price has gone up since we did the tech analysis on that. But again, it was only like 5 cents a copy, guys. Clean out an entire vendor online, I promise. It's going to be worth it. You, your team, your friends, you're all going to be sporting them. It's all going to be awesome. It is amazing in slower paced decks. But any deck that can slow down the opponent is going to take advantage of it anyway. So again, perfect. And again, it can kind of attack Nibiru and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's Sanctum of Parshath. Realistically, only non-common in the whole deck. So you could play this as a common charity build. And then, of course, you just downgrade this whole extra deck. Again, we didn't really use it. It's just fodder for our pot of extravagance again. But guys, really hoping that you enjoyed this. I'm really ecstatic that you guys keep stopping by. It means everything to me. If you guys do feel like the need to support the channel, you guys can do the things. Tomorrow, we're doing a speed duel deck from Lavern's Vanken. It is a request. It is not actually a submission. It's going to be really cool. We're working on getting our video editor together because Kami actually sent us a deck that really needs to be shown off for you guys. But I do not own all of the cards, so we're going to try a different way of doing the video and see if you guys like that. And guys, seriously, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys later. Peace out.